Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about the product rule. The product rule is as follows. It says that the derivative of f times g is equal to f times the derivative of g or g prime plus g times the derivative of f or f prime. Okay, so when you see f times g in brackets and it says whole prime, it just means you're taking the derivative of f times g. Now to illustrate this product rule, we're going to look at a quick example and go from there. So the example is y is equal to x cubed plus 7x plus 1 multiplied by 5x plus 2. For simplicity's sake, I am going to name this first expression as 1 and the second expression as 2. Now we're asked to differentiate this, which means the question would be something like y prime equals question mark, or d dx or d over dx is equal to question mark. Now these are two different ways of asking the same thing. Both these ways are asking us evaluate the derivative of the above expression. Okay, so now we're going to look at solving this or evaluating this derivative. Again, because you see that these two expressions are multiplied, you know, okay, I'm going to be using the product rule in this case to find the derivative of the function. So now, if you look at this simplification, this is how we would do it. Again, this is all based on the derivative or based on the product rule. So again, I'm gonna say 1 and 2. That's the reason I had labeled these two expressions as 1 and 2. It says first bit here is 1, second bit here is 2. So now the way it works is you're gonna say y prime is equal to 1, your first function here, times the derivative of the second, plus the second function times the derivative of the first. So it's 1 times derivative of 2 plus 2 times the derivative of 1. Let's take it the next step here. So from there we just evaluate, so you get the same as above. As you can see, this function is just written down here. Now we're going to take the derivative of the second one, 5x plus 2. The derivative of 5x is 5 and the derivative of 2 is 0, which is where that 0 is coming from. Likewise for the second chunk, you're going to leave the second expression as it is. You're going to take the derivative of x cubed plus 7x plus 1. Derivative of x cubed is 3x squared. Derivative of 7x is 7, and again derivative of 1 is 0. From here we're going to simplify this a little more, and we're going to multiply this 5 here with the brackets in here. So you're going to get 5 times x cubed, 5x cubed, plus 7x times 5, which is 35x, plus 5 times 1 is 5. So you get 5x cubed plus 35x plus 5. Again and again you have the remaining chunk from the second bit, which is 5x, or sorry, what did I lose? Yeah, here. 5x plus 2 multiplied by 3x squared plus 7. Now as you can see, this first bit is simplified. Now we have to expand these two terms here, and so we're going to expand it. So 5x plus 2 multiplied by 3x squared plus 7, and expanding it, we get this expression, 15x cubed plus 35x plus 6x squared plus 14. Now we can take this, what we got from expanding these two terms, and we're going to simplify. We're going to sort of do a grand simplification and condense it to one big expression. So we're going to look at 5x cubed plus 35x plus 5 and combine it with 15x cubed plus 35x plus 6x squared plus 14. And when you do that, you get you sort of combine the like terms. This is our overall expression, and as you can see, you have 5x cubed plus 15 to get 20, 35x plus 35x to give 70x, 6x squared is, you don't have anything to combine with 6x squared, so it just stays, and then you have plus 14 plus 5 to give you plus 19. So it's 20x cubed plus 70x plus 6x squared plus 19 is your final answer. Again, this was a very brief, a very quick example of what the product rule was, and a quick example to illustrate that product rule. So as you can see, if for me, I find that it's easier if I just name the terms as 1 and 2 instead of saying the terms every time or saying the expressions every time. This plus this plus this, because in this case, these were pretty short functions. But if it's a longer function, writing it all out and saying it all out maybe confuses me sometimes. So I just prefer labeling it as 1 and 2. So then, like, when I'm writing the derivative, or when I'm evaluating the derivative, I just can say it's 1 times derivative of the second plus second times derivative of the first, and that way I make sure everything is written down, and it's easier for me. But that's how I just prefer. That's why I labeled it as 1 and 2. So again, the way it was worked, we expanded, we sort of wrote the product rule again, and just with respect to the question, and from there we simplified it. We took the derivative of what we had to take the derivative of, and the end was just simplification and basic addition with like terms. Okay, to get a final answer of 20x cubed plus 70x plus 6x squared plus 19. So hopefully you got an idea of what the product rule looks like, and how you can use it in an example. So thanks a lot for watching. Thank you. Bye.